All right, I'm sorry about the poor, what I consider poor sound quality, but it is what it is. Uh, I don't know about the laws in every state, uh, but I was pulled over tonight and or this afternoon, 6 o'clock this afternoon, in a DUI checkpoint in Arkansas. I actually live in Texas, where that's not legal, but apparently it is. Arkansas is one of the states where it's legal to do that. And just to let you know, I nearly went to jail. More than likely, they would have, because they couldn't legally do anything, or at least I didn't think they could legally do anything other than throw a disorderly conduct at me at best, because I knew I hadn't done anything illegal. I decided to go ahead and comply with their request to, or rather order, to provide my driver's license and insurance and registration at a DUI checkpoint. I don't believe these are constitutional. Some states say they're not constitutional, but the laws are just too dang vague on that. That being said, I'm not a lawyer. I've been watching all these videos about the unconstitutionality of checkpoints and all that, and so I decided to test it because I don't feel like I feel like my Fourth Amendment rights were being violated. My right to privacy and being secure in my person and possessions. But at any rate, I actually want to get a concealed handgun license. If I get a disorderly conduct, it don't matter that there's nothing violent about it. In the state of Texas, if you get a disorderly conduct, you can't get one for you cannot get a concealed handgun license for at least 5 years. It just was not worth it to me to try to push the issue. So that and I am a law-abiding citizen, but I get aggravated just like the rest of, just like a lot of other people out there. I feel like whenever an officer has a badge and a gun, he is supposed to live by the same laws that we do. I don't believe they should have a right to just pull over everybody and he had the audacity to say, "Let me see your papers." Excuse me, we're not in Nazi Germany. And that's exactly what they did in Nazi Germany. Let me see your papers. That's ridiculous. If I was driving erratically or anything like that, it would have been totally different. They didn't single me out or anything like that. Uh, because like I said, they were checking everybody. I don't feel like it was uh, constitutional that they should be doing that. Make a long story short, to now the one officer, I never did get his name, or trooper, I never did get his name. Uh, he kind of got belligerent with me, and so when somebody gets belligerent with me, I kind of get on the defensive, and I got belligerent back. Now I'm in my truck, not bothering nobody. So at any rate, he starts trying to open my door and everything, saying get out of the vehicle. Thank God my doors have automatic locks, and they lock whenever I start driving. Whenever he couldn't get in the front door, the driver door, he tried to get in the back door and steadily telling me to get out of the vehicle, which I did not do because I knew as soon as I got out of the vehicle, I'd have been placed in handcuffs. No, thank you. I don't like handcuffs. Me and handcuffs are not the best of friends. So again, I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong, and another officer came over, and I believe he said his name was, it was either Wilkerson or Wilkinson, something like that. I can't remember. I was my heart was pounding quite a bit at the moment, and adrenaline was definitely pumping. So anyway, he de-escalated the situation, and I appreciate him for that. That I believe that is one trooper that knew that I wasn't really trying to cause trouble. I just, I guess, civil disobedience, which I don't see any real harm in that as long as I'm not hurting anybody or trying to hurt anybody or anything like that. I just don't believe that I have to, quote, show my papers, unquote. We're not in Nazi Germany. We're in the United States of America. And I did ask him whenever he said, why didn't you just comply and show your papers? And I said, did you just hear what you just asked? Can you actually, did you actually listen to what you just asked? And he was a black gentleman, and I would think that being a person of color, he would understand, because he was of an age that he would have had to gone through a lot of BS, during his life, and being treated unfairly and all that, just because he's black. Now, I'm not prejudiced or anything like that. I think the way they're treated is bullshit. Of course, some of the kids nowadays, they don't have respect for anybody. They get what they get, they get what they got coming, my personal opinion, as far as how they're treated. Because they don't treat themselves with respect, why should anybody else treat them with respect, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, he just said he's not going to talk politics with me. To me, this ain't about politics. This is about the U.S. Constitution says I have these rights. These rights cannot be violated. And that's exactly what they're doing, is violating these rights. But anyway, again, I did not want to go to jail on a disorderly conduct, so I went ahead and gave him my papers, my driver's license, insurance, and registration, and I was free to go. I'm bringing this up because there's a lot of videos out there, especially the Ridley report out of Keene, New Hampshire. And I have nothing but the utmost respect for the guy doing those. Mr. Ridley is a videographer, journalist, activist, whatever you want to call it, and he pushes the boundaries of the First Amendment, and I have no problem with that. I salute him. But it's not just him. There's a lot of others out there doing it as well, and I just decided that enough was enough, and that our rights are slowly being taken away from us because we're allowing it. And this was where I had to cross the line, and I had to do a little bit of civil disobedience to, I guess, put my point across. What should have taken all of 30 seconds, I pushed into about a 10-minute or 15-minute encounter that could have gotten a lot worse. I'm thankful that the one trooper did de-escalate the situation. I'm most thankful that they didn't push it and force me to get out of the truck, because I would have gone to jail. I know I would have. Personally, I don't like going to jail either, but anyway. That's really all I got to say. Like it if you want to. Don't like it, I don't care. I'm just putting out my point of view. That's all. Anyway, in Arkansas, they do the DUI checkpoints. In Texas, where I'm from, they don't. So, I was in Arkansas. I have to abide by their laws. That's all there is to it. Anyway, see you later, YouTube.